What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and we are resurrecting our free-to-play Friday series here on the free-to-play account. Now, when I came back to Raid after taking a little bit of a break, I originally was not going to bring this account back just because one of the reasons I burned out on the game was because I was trying way too hard to play two different accounts. But as I've been playing my main account and pretty much gotten into a decent state in the end game now, where I basically can just AFK auto pretty much everything that I need to do in the game, I've been pretty bored, quite honestly. And I've got it down to a nice little routine with my main account where it's like I play very relaxed during the week. Just do what I need to do, get my 2 clan boss keys in, finish my dailies, run some arena. I've been farming a lot of arena because the way arena is right now, but I really don't play too much anymore. I don't have to, and I was getting kind of bored, so I said, you know what? Let's jump onto the free-to-play account and see how it looks. And the other thing, too, is, I'll be honest, I was tempted because they just did the 3rd anniversary. We had all those free packs they gave us, and then they did that really amazing pack, the appreciation one, where you got like 3,000 energy and all those multi-battles. And I was just like, man, this stuff would all be so valuable to have on the free-to-play account. So that was kind of another reason. I figured I could get all that stuff and then use it to kind of catch up. Since it's been about 3 months, I think, since we were on this account, we missed quite a lot. And we're going to be taking a different approach as we come back here. One of the things is going to be trying to figure out Clan Boss. We are running Ultra Nightmare right now. Those of you who have followed my free-to-play series, and I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, content creators, another free-to-play series. But in all honesty, I've had probably one of the longest running free-to-play series on YouTube. It goes back, I think, about 19 months at this point. I'll put a link to my free-to-play playlist. It goes all the way back to September of 2020 when I first started this account, and you can see all my struggles all the way through. I was not always very good at this game. I was not very smart when I first started, so hopefully if you go back and watch some of the older episodes, it can kind of help you know what not to do as we've evolved through the account. But I've got a lot of videos in that playlist, and you can kind of follow the account from its start all the way through. Alright, we just got nuked there. We hit 21.02, so that's a little bit of progress. So one of the big challenges on this account, I think what we're going to focus on going forward, is we don't have any unkillable champs. We really don't have any super awesome, amazing clan boss champions outside of a couple of decent epics. And so we've been trying to make the move to be able to 2 or 3 key Ultra Nightmare for quite some time, and it's been very frustrating. So I need to hit about 24 million a key right now to be able to start 3 keying it at least, and that's kind of our goal here going forward. So we're gonna have to focus on getting some gear. We're gonna have to focus on building some of these guys out. Now, Aox, Urgrim, Skullcrusher are kind of my core 3. We've got a lot of work put into these guys to do the clan boss, and you can see we just did Force Ultra Nightmare. We did 21, so that's not too bad. The Magic clan boss I can do 23 to 24 because it is magic, and most of my guys are Force Affinity. We also do use Vergis in our clan boss team, so on the magic boss I can actually use him to take the stun since he's negative affinity there, and it actually works out really well because of the buffs he puts up on himself, so that's kind of good there. And I'm not sure if we got enough. I think that's my 4th key today. I don't know if I got enough in on, did we hit it? 73.6. I think we might have 4 keyed today. We did. Okay, cool. We got it by 3, so that's nice. We'll get a decent chest on that at least tomorrow. So that's going to be our goal, is to try to go for top chest Ultra Nightmare now. Start to get some of these better rewards, because one of the things I noticed on my main account is that what's been really cool is I know a lot of people are complaining about the clan boss drops, but I've been getting really good drops on my main account, and it's not so much shards, but it's a lot of books. And I've been getting a lot of epic books, a lot of legendary books, so that's a good thing. But let's just catch up real quick. I've been actually back on the account for a couple days. I don't remember exactly how many, but I caught the arena back up. I had to start over in Bronze 1, but thankfully we're able to run basically all the way back up to Gold 5 because the arena is ridiculous right now. I shouldn't be in Gold 5, but it's so easy with all the one-man defenses. We just farmed our way right back up. But let's take a look at the roster in case you guys kind of forgot where we were. We had a couple champs that we picked up right before we kind of dropped the series, and one of them was Harvest Jack, so we're kind of working on getting him into the mix. We need some help in Undead Faction Wars, plus he might be kind of cool in Arena. But we got a lot of stuff we got to work on. So here's Urgram. Like I said, most of our guys on Ultra Nightmare were running at like 4K defense and still trying to pull all these other stats out of them. So it's been pretty tough. We've got AOX built up pretty good for that too. And it's just a matter of finding the right mix of champions. Then we've got Ninja. We can still work on him a little bit. He's just a little squishy. We did get him to 3K defense, but he's decent to bring in for damage on the Spirit Boss. And then I got to rework my Geomancer because his accuracy is okay, but he's just really squishy. I don't like to bring somebody into Ultra Nightmare unless they're right around 4,000 defense, unless you're obviously running an unkillable team, but we don't have, unfortunately. We have one little bit of it, which is Painkeeper. We have her, but we don't have the Maneater. We don't have a Demitha. I think I have a Warcaster, but it's a little difficult. It's a little bit harder to make a team with him. He's in here somewhere. Is he still 4 stars? He might still be 4. I don't know. I don't see him anywhere here. I'm going blind. Anyways, oh, we also did get Tyrant, who I probably should build at some point. He was right toward the end where we actually did sort of leave the game. So we've got him. We got a Pardon Clan Father. We never quite, that was the last fusion we did on this account. I think we never quite did anything with him either. I got little Miss Annie here. I'm actually building Anax. I decided he's probably going to be my next 6-star. I'm going to bring him in for damage on the Forest Clan boss to kind of help out with that. I've seen he's a pretty solid clan boss champion. He can do quite a bit of damage, so we're hoping he can help us get to that, 3-key mark at least with that. But we've got little Miss Annie, and here's the thing: like this account, like I said, almost 2 years, and we've only got a handful of Void legendaries, and most of them are free to play. We got Visix, we've got Arbiter, we have Vlad, and then we have little Miss Annie is the only Void legendary. We pulled in almost 2 years on this account, so it's a little tough. Of course, we do have the double Kymar here, which is just absolutely amazing, and has helped us actually have a better Spider 25 team on this free-to-play account than I do on my main account. But we got a lot of good champions here, and one of the things I realized as I was kind of looking at the account after I came back, you can see Tatura here. I'm actually gonna use him, I think, at Clan Boss 2. I'm gonna re-gear him so we can use him against the Forest Clan Boss. He's got a pretty decent kit. Got to working on his masteries a bit. That's one of the things I noticed with my account was we've got all these level 60s now, but really none of them are developed all that well. We don't, we're still working on masteries for Husk. Start putting him into Hydra. I got Miscreated Monster, who was a recent pickup, and of course we're going to need him for Faction Wars. And again, no masteries done. So we got a lot of decent champions. Like I got Magnar, but we've never been able to build him. Got Lua, even Sathalia, who we've had for a while. We haven't really ever gone through. And Arminger, I've had him since the beginning. We still haven't finished him up, to at least give him War Master. Saurus we just got. We're kind of building him up. I've got him to where he can do 12-3 in 7 seconds. But again, like I mentioned in my other video, I really didn't need to do that here in this account. I could have used Kale, and building him up to 60 and that distraction kind of just was a big waste of resources. We've got champs like Hyria here, who we've really never done anything with. Marquez was kind of a waste of time. We never use her as a nuker in arena. We mainly just use her in faction wars. So we kind of spent all this time building up some of these champions, and we just haven't. Now, obviously, my cold hearts are all being used on my spider teams and some other places. But we've got all these champs that we really need to kind of. Even Stagnite, we've had him for a long time. We never actually finished his masteries. Vogoth, okay, we did finish Vogoth. My clan boss champions, I think, are mostly done, and Ugo was for Hydra. Archmage, we got to get him going. He's a good champ. So we've got a lot of solid champions here. I was thinking about using Grush maybe in Clan Boss 2. We just got to come up with a couple options for the different affinities so we can try to hit that 23 to 24 million mark. We got Padma, Sylar's done for the most part. So we actually do have, let's look Rector Drath. We've done nothing with her. It's like Infernal Baroness, we've got nothing on her even though she has a decent build. So a lot of these, even Gembo we didn't finish, and he's our main. We're using him in arena to nuke just like we did in our main account. Tomb Lord, I'm way behind on him. And it's just kind of free to play struggle is you don't have a lot of time to invest in all these different areas. You don't have a lot of energy. And then my other thing on this account obviously is we are not going to have the amount of books. Now the nice thing was I did have a couple legendary books saved up, and I've got a couple from Clan Boss since I came back, and we do have 13 epic books, so we got a decent little stash here that we're going to save probably for Clan versus Clan. so we can put some books on people, because that's one of the things. We got all these decent legendaries here like Drexthar, who we actually did empower, and in hindsight that was kind of stupid because I don't know, I just wanted to feel special on my free-to-play account with an empowered champ, but in hindsight I should have basically not done that, and then we would have been able to actually have I think 4 why I exited out there, but we would have been able to have 4 Faction Guardians and Demon Spawn, and instead of just Kymar, we could have had 4 of the legendaries there. But I thought it was fun. It was like the first day of empowerment. I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and give my Drexthar +1, you know, and in hindsight, again, that's a pretty stupid idea. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to work on. A lot of my legendaries, like I said, still need books. That's a problem. I don't, you know, obviously somebody like Vlad, we're not going to be putting books in. I think Visix still needs a couple. I think we were, oh, she did get fully booked eventually. Okay. I don't think Arbiter has any books at all. Versolf might, yeah, I put a couple in him because he's actually been a pretty hard carry on this account in Doom Tower. I don't think Sissy has got any books, maybe 1 or 2. Mountain King, I don't know if we didn't finish his books. We need 1 more. We'll probably go ahead and do that just so it gets the cooldown. Rosin, we did do, okay, we got Rosin booked. Ninja probably not because he needs 18. Or did we, okay, we actually did. So I think my clan boss champions I invested the books in, and probably Syl. But I know my Kymars, okay, we got 1 Kymar done. The second Kymar, probably not. Yeah, we have, he was a more recent pull. It's kind of funny, we pulled this Kymar. He was the 3rd legendary we pulled on the account when it first started. And then we they had the 10x for Kymar. I had like 30 shards, and I just said, it's funny, I wish I'd recorded it, but I don't do shard pull videos. But I was sitting at my computer and I said, all right, let's just go pull a second Kymar, kind of joking around, and I hit the 10 pull, and he was the first shard that opened the 10 pull. And I'm like, I got 2 on this account, but I can't get any on my main. It's so bad. And then on 10x for Kymar, last time on my main account, I yanked like 120 shards and got a Duke Visix, so I can't really, or not a Visix, Duchess, so I can't really complain. So yeah, like Champ Fort, again, great champion here. We really need to develop him. He could be a carry in so many spots, but you know, masteries aren't done. Jack needs a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's tough. We, you know, it's like I think Tomb Lord we may work on next because he's got a lot of potential to carry in certain areas, especially since we have Miscreated Monster. Getting him fully developed with Miscreated Monster will really help us out in Night Revenant. So I think we may do that. Now, one of the cool things is when you do take a long break, I gotta say, this is actually kind of nice. And this is kind of a bonus when I came back. I forgot these were here, but you get these recall quests. And they give you the ability to get a boost every day of the week. I think you get 6 total when you come back. And so we got like a boost for extra silver, which I farmed Spider 25 pretty hard the first couple of days. I had almost like 25 million silver on the account and just went in and developed a bunch of gear to push some faction wars, which I'll show you that here in a minute. And I can't remember I think there were some auto battles. There's all kinds of different boosts you can get. And then we got the one today where you can open all faction crypts. Because I was like, you know what, we need glyphs. Let's just go farm a ton of glyphs. So that's open for 24 hours. We'll be able to work on that. And we're at 723 now out of 882. Obviously, they did add in Shadowkin. But one of the cool things was where I was working on some gear, I actually was able to go through and fully complete dwarves. I just can't 3-star them yet because we still have a couple weaker characters. It's not going to let me go in there and look at the team, but it's basically Melga and Mountain King are kind of the 2 carries there. And we just need to, and we got Ragnar in there too. We just need to build up, we need better gear on a couple of the champs that we use there. Because basically what we've been relying on to beat these is like we get to the boss and almost beat it, and then Melga can revive 2 people. And that's kind of like we almost did that on 21. We beat it with 4 people. I have no problem beating 21 at all. Like with the damage we have on the team, it's just usually 1 or 2 people get killed before we can finish the boss. And it's just timing it with Melga's revive to get the 3-star. But hopefully we'll be able to. We were able to go back in 3-star stage 14, which has given us problems. So basically we're almost done with dwarves, which is kind of surprising given how tough that crypt is and how how this account's not that great in terms of all the champs we have in the dwarf faction. We got Bannerlords, High Elves done, and Barbarians done. Dark Elves, I'm leaving this open to try to come in and finish it because we actually did manage to beat 21 finally, but of course she killed somebody right at the end with the stupid HP burn that they put on you. And I found out the key to getting through this was actually to go into the AI settings and turn off Visix's ally protection because she was getting herself killed on the second wave with the Valkyries. So I turned that off on wave 2, and we got through it really quick because she just having the provoke there was enough to do that. But we've I'm trying to beat it and get to 63 without having to 6-star Painkeeper, because I'd really like to not have to 6-star another champion. But I think I'm basically using a level 50 Painkeeper. Kale, Madame Ceres, Visix, and Sylar. So hopefully we don't have to invest. Hopefully we can get a good RNG run and get through it and beat it without having to put too much into Painkeeper. Orcs, we're absolute trash because we don't really have anybody developed here. You can see here, we hardly have any. We've only got 5 orcs altogether, and really nobody's. Ultimate Gaelic was our 60 because we had to use him to get through Spider for Arbiter quests. You know, so it's like, it's kind of tough here because none of these are really all that amazing. Like Duke's pretty good, Bloodfeather's decent for Faction Wars, but again, I don't know if I want to invest putting her 6-star. Two Hawk's decent, Veteran's pretty solid, but we got a lot of work to do. But the cool thing is we can at least farm all these glyphs this week. Night Rev, we're actually going to start making our way through this now because I did work on Miscreated a bit. We're going to try to finish his masteries. And I guess I'm just going to bring him in. I don't really need Renegade here. So I guess we would bring him in here, but we don't. Okay, that's the problem is Aura now. Do we have an, oh, we have Versolf's Aura. And we've got, so I honestly think with this team, we should be able to push pretty hard to at least get to 21 at some point. But we Whisper, I might actually 6-star Whisper at some point because she's actually a pretty solid dude. But we have Faceless. You know, he's another option. I haven't done anything with him yet. Let's see how this team does just to kind of get a feel for it. I just put gear on Miscreated Monster tonight. And Tomb Lord again is a really strong champ. I just don't have much development into him. I need to put books in Miscreated Monster. I need to finish Tomb Lord's masteries. We just got so much stuff we need to do. We got the bomb guys here with War Mama, but let's see if we can knock out another stage here, maybe. We just got to kill War Mother before she detonates all this stuff. Alright, cool. But Miscreated Monster is going to help us out a lot on Faction Wars. He's got the stun. His ally protection can kind of be awful, but now that we have the AI settings, I may actually turn that off in stage 21 because, again, that was one of the problems I was having with Visix is she had that ally protection and she was getting herself killed. But with Night Rev, especially on the 21 boss, you wind up taking a ton of damage, and Miscreated ends up eating a lot of that by himself because he's got the ally protection out. So we may take that off, but you can see here, Tomb Lord puts out a ton of poisons. We got some provokes out here with Versolf. Whisper can do some good damage when she has gear. I don't know if she's actually geared or not, though, here. But I have her on my main account at 60, and she can really hit hard when you have her built. But I think Faceless is probably going to be the better option. And we may even try to build him up to where we can do it at 50. Oh my god, Santa and the 4 Rain Beasts. I forgot all about this. Let's actually see if we can focus Santa down here before he pops his unkillable. We did get to decrease speed out there. He's got that stupid shield. Alright, we got him provoked. That's good. But yeah, see, Whisper may die here. That's going to be a problem because she's 50. Alright, we did get the heal. Okay, we got the leech. We got, yeah. See, this is a good team. We got all these debuffs, so we just throw all these debuffs out here, and it's pretty nice. Got to try to get Santa down here before he pops the unkillable on the team. All right, nice. There we go. Let's pop this Rain Beast over here. I don't think we're in danger of the Rain Beast actually killing anybody, so they can get the revive. All right, nice. There we go. 2 down. Alright, we beat this pretty comfortably, so. But this is the kind of the cool thing with that bonus for coming back is we got to unlock all these faction crypts. So I've got basically an entire Saturday to sit here and work on stuff and see if we can advance a few more stars in some of these. And work our way towards getting Lydia, because Lydia would be a massive help on this account, and she would be another Void Legendary, finally. For us to get after almost 2 years, we're getting up there. Alright, nice little 3-star new stage. We still got 26 keys to use there, so that's kind of cool. Alright, we got a chicken, rank 5 chicken, nice. or say we get that sacred. We should be able to get to the sacred shard this weekend, and then again we've got to get to 882. We do have a bunch of these that we're not even close really on. I want to say, I think it's Ogren Tribes. We don't really have a decent. What's our team here? We got a couple decent. If we just build up Bellower, that might be helpful. Yeah, so we got, because Grush obviously, this actually might work if we could just get Bellower built up to do that control and that stun. So maybe that's an option there. Skinwalkers, we are way behind. Because again, all my Skinwalkers are 50. I really haven't invested in Skinwalkers too heavily here because we haven't really pulled anybody amazing. Like Grappler's good. You guys know I love Grappler. And we got some decent ones. Cleopteryx was from the login rewards, but again, on a free-to-play, when you don't have a ton of resources, you gotta have to pick and choose who's getting what. Lizardmen, I don't really know here. We may wind up having to build Broad. Do I not have Broadmaw on this account? Well, apparently I don't. It's because we don't want to be using Saurus real deep into Faction Wars and Lizardmen. Rosin's decent. Quargon's pretty good. Jareg's. I've got 4 of the 5 that I use to beat it on my main account, but I don't have Draco, obviously, so that's going to be tough. Skathix, we should probably develop at some point. He's really, really good. So we should probably work on that. Then we got Metal Shaper here, who's pretty solid. He can do the shields, but we've got options, and again, it's just not having a ton of resources to put into each one of these. But that's kind of where we are there. Hopefully we can get up to get that Sacred Shard over the weekend. See there, we're in Gold 5, and then we got blown back all the way to Bronze 1 in 3v3, but we've been farming it pretty hard, so it shouldn't be too hard to get back up to get up. I think we were in Silver 1 when I quit, so we should be able to get back there pretty quick. Hydra, I don't even really care on this account. I think we got 20 shards from Mithrala. We'll probably what I did go ahead and do is I went ahead and put 2 keys in. I think I'm at like 3.7 whatever. So we'll probably just do it to do it and try to get the chest every week just so we get the fragments and eventually get her, but it's not a super priority on this account. Our priority is mainly going to be working on Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss and then getting those Faction War teams developed. We've been trying to start working on Hard Doom Tower or normal. I think we still got to do tonight's, but we should be able to get through this one pretty easy, so we're not too worried about that. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do here, we're going to have a more focused approach since we came back to the account. Now, one thing I've done is I still had some shards saved from last time. I'm just going to hoard shards on this account. I don't think I'm going to really pull shards much, even on the 2Xs, unless I have like just an absolute ton where it's going to definitely make a difference, and I'm going to certainly get some legendaries. But Plarium started doing these events where it's all guaranteed stuff now. We've been having so many guaranteed events. Like on my main account, I've completely stopped pulling shards. I'm saving everything there. Especially after they did the 90 voids for Rio. I'm like, oh man, if they're going to start doing that. Now, this guy that they've got now, I don't think he's really worth going for. Raf Matab, who I didn't even know this guy was in the game until he did this event. But I don't really think he's worth yanking 120. On my main, I had that many, but what happened was I was saving up for the next guaranteed 150, and then the 10x for Kymar. And I think Rhodos was in it. It was Duchess Rhodos Kymar came, and I was like, oh, I can't. I was close to Mercy, and I'm like, I've got to try to get a Kymar or a Rhodos on my main. I already had Duchess, and of course, I pulled the dupe Duchess because my main account loves dupe champs. Can't complain, though. It's great to have 2 Duchesses, obviously, but I really would love to have a Kymar or a Rhodos on my main account, so that would be pretty cool. But anyways, guys, this video is going on long enough. I'm going to be on vacation, I think, next week, but I'll probably try to pre-record Free-to-Play Friday for next week. But we're going to try to get back onto a consistent Friday schedule with this, and probably be a little bit shorter. I don't want to do these super long videos every time because, quite honestly, people lose interest after about 8 or 9 minutes, according to my analytics, but we'll see if we can adjust that a little bit. But again, we're just going to be focused on the Faction Wars and on the Clan Boss. You guys can see the struggle. You know, it's like I would just love to pull a Man-Eater right now. It's so nice on my main account, just being able to go in lazy and just hit auto, and boom, you just 1 key Ultra Nightmare every day. It's fantastic. But there's also the challenge of building it when you don't have those champions. I don't think people realize anymore just how hard it is to actually build a solid, non-unkillable team that can 2-key Ultra Nightmare. It's like the gear you need is really, really solid. The champions you need have to be really, really solid. And, you know, we don't have anybody like the Vizier or the Draco for the poison. You know, we've got to kind of make do with what we have on the account and just work our way toward it. So that's what we're going to be working on. But anyways, guys, as always, if you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll do my best to get you an answer as soon as I can. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.